You know we had to end the day with my favorite NBA player, man. You know I had to end the day with that. But you already know what I'm saying. Like, comment, subscribe, and throw the post notifications up. If you really mess with the boy and you really mess with the channel, me and Dominique is so thankful for y'all. But anyway, let's get right into it.
We all know that the rise of Giannis Antetokounmpo was unexpected to say the least.
For sure.
As just the 15th pick of the 2013 NBA draft, nobody projected Giannis as a future MVP, let alone a future All-Star. The thing is, though, while already Giannis's NBA rise to stardom is amazing in itself, what often gets overlooked is that at one point, Giannis making the NBA at all seemed practically impossible. Because over the course of his early life, Giannis had to deal with racism, hunger, poverty, and yes, even being homeless. So, what's up guys, Mike here, and today we are going to look at the incredible journey of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's one of the reasons I really like and I respect Giannis, man, because he made it through the grind. He grinded for everything he had. He grinded for everything he had and have now. And I want to put the same amount of grind he put in his YouTube and my trap. I gotta refine my craft because he did what he did. He came in skinny and then worked to get him 2 back-to-back MVPs, and now he in the finals. Man, the finals to me is just being able to do something I love. To being able to do this because I love this. I genuinely love this.
And guys, before we continue, I am very happy to say that this video is sponsored by Grammarly. We will get more into them later on, but for
okay.
Due to the fact that his family found it difficult to actually obtain Greek citizenship, Giannis's parents grew up in constant fear of being deported to their original country of Nigeria, which immediately made life tough on their family, and it also made it very difficult for either parent to secure a full-time job. This meant that providing simple things for their family, I'm talking housing, clothes, and of course food, was very, very difficult. This also meant that Giannis and his brothers had to help his family make money in any way possible. All day and into the night, their entire family could be found selling anything they possibly could. Glasses, watches, CDs, DVDs, you name it, Giannis sold it, but still his family seriously struggled with money. Housing was always a problem, and even though the family all would live in a single room, they still often could not afford to pay rent and would be kicked out of their home, which meant there were some real homeless periods in Giannis's life, which we will get more into. For now, though, let's talk about how Giannis was discovered, because Giannis's decision to even commit to basketball was far from an overnight thing. Everything first happened.
She threw, bro. We run that back. Like you see that? That man low key flopped. I don't even see that.
Coached by the name of Spiros, was told by his professional basketball club, Philadelphia, to scout local neighborhoods for new talent. It was at this point that Spiros remembered seeing Giannis's brother Thanasis 2 years earlier, and so he asked around about him in search for Thanasis. In this search, he just so happened to run into Giannis playing tag with his brothers Kostas and Alex, and it was at this point in time that Spiros, in his own words, said, "I realized I was in the presence of one of the biggest basketball talents in the world." Later, when it was asked how it was possible that he already saw that level of talent in someone who had never played basketball, Spiros would say, "When I saw Giannis, I looked up at the sky and said, God, how is it possible that no one has noticed the physical skills and the talent in this kid?" Which is certainly a question that many now would ask, but the thing is, people did notice Giannis's physical skills. It was just up until this point, Giannis had expressed zero interest in playing basketball at all. If anything, his favorite sport at the time was soccer, and Spiros
I did not know that.
him to join Philadelphia. But before we continue, guys, like I mentioned,
I'm sorry, bro.
and I script.
Better get your money though.
With vote writing, of course, membership. Now your phone, let's go to Greg to play was to tell him that if and weren't more efficient. The only way Spiros was able to convince Giannis to play was to tell him that if he played, he would be able to get both of Giannis's parents jobs. Again, that is how poor Giannis's family was, and that is how good of a kid Giannis was. He was willing to play a sport that he didn't really love in order to provide for his family. I say this because, of course, Giannis did agree, and Philadelphia would indeed end up giving Giannis's family €500 a month in order to help the boys stay with the team and to pay for everything from rent to...
See, that's a blessing, man. Honestly, that's a blessing to come from nothing where he came from, and just a random guy he don't even know just came and blessed him and said you can get 500 euros. I don't know how much that is in his country, but like 500 euros to play this game that you don't even really love, or he didn't even grow to love yet.
This was actually the first time the team had ever sponsored a 13-year-old boy, but this decision turned out to be more than worth it. But again,
Dang, he was 13?
not come easy for Giannis,
He was that tall at 13? God.
his basketball abilities were so poor that he could not make a simple layup. However, his physical skills were of course out of this world, and on top of this, he had one major advantage that normal young teenagers did not. Giannis needed it to succeed. There was no other option for him. Already at this age, he had gotten used to help providing for his family, and so now with the chance to actually get his family out of poverty, he was going to do anything to succeed at the highest level. Still though, at first his own teammates were not impressed. As one teammate recalled, he was like an ordinary man starting something new. I couldn't see anything remarkable, but using his physical gifts and his incredible work ethic, day after day, Giannis would only become a better player, and his dedication to the game was so great that Peter Goodman would write, Antetokounmpo often stayed at the gym practicing until near midnight, sleeping there on an exercise mat in the weight room for fear of heading home in the darkness. Fascists and neo-Nazis affiliated with the Golden Dawn political party roam the neighborhood menacing immigrants. Yes,
Wow.
you just heard that right. On top of being poor, on top of having to work practically all day in order to survive, Giannis and
He
his
really
family
slept in
were
the
also
gym.
the targets of extreme racism and always had to be on alert. Again though, Giannis was not going to let anything stop him from achieving his goal, which was to provide his family with as much stability as possible, and in order to do that, he would need to
That's my
grow
goal.
as a basketball player. This meant that again, Giannis would work at his game, he would work until midnight to get better, but even as he got better, Giannis still told Spiros that he wanted to play soccer. It was at this point that
Wow.
the NBA almost never saw Giannis grow into a two-time MVP. However, Spiros never gave up on Giannis's dream. He told Giannis to give basketball one season. And
See, that's a real blessing, man. He won't.
still wanted to play soccer. Giannis
He
would
just
have
wouldn't let him
Spiros'
give up on
blessing
it.
to quit. As we all know, that did not happen, and one of the main reasons why that did not happen is that in his first game against other teenagers at the age of 15, Giannis dropped 50 points. Yes, 50 points in his first ever game, and from there, he would absolutely dominate the season and was hooked. He saw the future he could create for himself in front of him, and he went out and made it happen. Which brings us to the last obstacle, or really last two obstacles in Giannis' career before the NBA. Because while Giannis did have the attention of NBA scouts, a Spanish basketball club made him an actual offer of 400,000 euros a year, and in his mind, he had made it. He could finally move his family out of their current lives filled
Man,
with
that's-
poverty, and instead give them the life they deserve. However,
the man above, man, the man above.
Continued to grow. He continued to dominate the Greek league that he played in, and luckily, the contract that he signed with his Spanish basketball club did include an opt-out clause for the NBA, which meant by the time the 2013 draft rolled around and Giannis was seen as a potential first-round pick, Giannis was able to get out of
Didn't he
this
go like
contract
13?
for the draft. It was here though that after moving to the United States, things
17?
still almost managed to go wrong because Giannis's parents' visas almost did not get accepted to the United States.
Bro, I feel like everything just been going not his way, bro. That's crazy.
That was it. There was no chance of them being allowed to travel with Giannis, and Giannis himself said if his parents were not allowed to come with him to the United States, he was going to leave the United States and go play basketball overseas. Now, of course, Giannis's parents did get accepted on their third time. However, that is how close Giannis came to not getting drafted into the NBA in 2013. Luckily, in a fitting end for just an incredible story, things did work out, which leads us to today, where somehow a kid who was discovered at the age of 13 grew up to become a two-time MVP and one of the most dominant players in this current era of basketball. To think that Giannis truly started from the bottom to become one of the most successful players we have seen is amazing, but it also makes perfect
He
sense.
gonna be a legend, man. I promise you.
Work harder than everyone else around him just to survive. Giannis instilled in himself a work ethic that is simply unmatched. It is that work ethic that allowed him to grow from a scrawny NBA rookie into the absolute beast we now see dominate the entire league. And just like Giannis said, he will always carry his past with him because it was that tough past that made him the man that he is today. So with that said, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, make subscribe, make sure to turn post notifications on for more videos like this. And also, if you could
Got you,
leave a
bro.
like, that would help out
Wait, what?
a ton with YouTube's algorithm, and I would appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I hit the like button for sure. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. God dang. Alright. But anyway, y'all, that's the end of the video. That's why Giannis is my favorite player, because he just have a his thing is work ethic, and nobody didn't believe in him. He didn't even believe in himself till he saw the work ethic was actually paying off, and that's my goal with everything I'm doing, like everything I continue to do. It's just he's my role model in a sense. But anyway, thank you for staying with me for this video. Smash that like button, subscribe, post notifications, and comment what was your favorite. What did you eat for lunch? What did you eat for lunch? Actually, no. What did you eat for dinner? Actually, yeah. What did you eat for dinner? But yeah. See you later.